Place 33, Secrets of Universal Truths Revealed by Sherilyn Bridget Avalon. Chapter 16, Magnetic Energy. Just to remind everyone, each time we are doing hypnotic voyaging, when I say Sterling, we are in the third dimension. When I say St. Stephen, we are in the other dimensions. Sherilyn pushes the button for level 33, and in a blast, they are there again. Okay, let's step out of the elevator into the water, Sherilyn suggests. I like to sit here on the lily pad. Do you want to talk to Angie and Frank? Sterling asks. Angie is large right now. What's she doing? Sherilyn wonders. Just looking. Yeah, she's very large and is always to the left, to the northeast part. If you look up in the sky, it's not blue. Really, it's not a sky. That's the definition I give it. Everything is clear, white, clear. That's where Angie is. Right over there, taking up a large area. St. Stephen says, pointing to the northeast sky. Really? Sherilyn says. Yeah. Oh, she takes up about 2/3 of the sky, really. Frank is down on the right, he describes to her. He isn't big? Sherilyn shrieks, a little perplexed. Oh, no, not like Angie is. No. St. Stephen sighs. It's because he has more molecules. He would be to the southwest in the place, as always, and down to my right. Balance. It's like the yin-yang thing. It has to be this way. Consider the difference between Margot and Sally. Margot is earthy, and Sally is ethereal. Oh, I see. Yeah, you're right. It's remarkable. Sherilyn remarks and ponders. I still don't know if I did the right thing by sending Margot back to her dad, but Margot chose her path, she comments. There is no right or wrong about it. It was necessary, he assures her. Yeah, it's just balanced polarization. It's always that way, St. Stephen illustrates. When you find someone with like energy, then you magnify yourself. That's what compatible people do. That's what compatible energy does. I believe Kenton and I are a good match, Sherilyn retorts, watching Sterling's face. When you try to synchronize or meld unlike energy, in other words, opposing poles, it's like trying to put the same ends of a magnet together. It doesn't work. You can't do it. It repels. That is, if you're of light energy, you're the same. In other words, you're of the same pole, Sterling enlightens Sherilyn. So then you stick together? Sherilyn questioned. Yeah, that's right. It's comfortable, easy, and it feels right. Opposing poles can't attract, so you have to be careful about that, he says. All right, Sherilyn notices Angie's listening and smiling. Tell her I love her, and Frank too, Sherilyn clarifies. Angie has a warm-hearted smile for you. She says she loves you very much. She can see you, and she knows you're here. Frank says hello too, Sterling replied. That's nice. Tell Frank I said hi, Sherilyn says. He says you are doing better now, St. Stephen relays. Sherilyn replies, Yeah, I guess I am. Can you see Angie? Of course, Sterling says. She's well. I've never seen anything with such dimension. Anyway, she wants to talk to you. Oh, okay, Sherilyn comments, her lips turning into a smile. Angie wants me to tell you, St. Stephen begins. Sherilyn, we love you very much, and we're sorry you've been misplaced. But now, you're almost back to where you're supposed to be. Or at least as close as you'll get in this lifetime that you're living now. What Angie has done will work for you now, St. Stephen recaps. Thank you, Angie. I appreciate it so much, Sherilyn replies. She says, anytime you need her, she'll always be there. All you have to do is ask, St. Stephen informs her. You can just curl up under her gown and she'll bathe you with delight. All right. Thank you, Angie. Sherilyn takes a breath. Frank is pleased, St. Stephen continues. He doesn't feel he has to take any more action now. That's good. He scared me, Sherilyn remarked. The cards are still on the table. I can see them. Everything is the same. That's funny. Those cards scare you, don't they? St. Stephen asked. Frank knows that. So does Angie. The cards are around because we don't control that part. They're in control of the cards. Okay. Ask them, what's our next move? Sherilyn questioned. Our next move is up to us, Sterling says. They primarily watch us, Sherilyn. You can call it judging, but it's more like watching. They are not critical or judgmental until you do something seriously out of line for your lesson. Then they may intervene, but that's relatively uncommon. Except with us, Sherilyn snaps. Yes, St. Stephen pauses. Let's put our feet in the water. Soak up the water. Fill the crystal with water and let's fill up through our feet. As we drink the water, we're about 1/3 full. It's fun to feed it to each other through the crystals, St. Stephen teases with a broad smile. It's a good thing. Drink the pure water of the place. I'm really lucky to know you, St. Stephen and Sterling, Sherilyn boasts. It's so pure and so refreshing. We need to recharge because life can sometimes get you down. It's such a beautiful place to just sit and feel. It's as warm, pure, and calm as it gets today. St. Stephen basks in our surroundings. We bring a different energy to the days here. The place fills up with our energy. What do you mean? Sherilyn asks. He replies, in other words, when we're feeling turbulent, it's turbulent here. It stirs up Frank, and it stirs up Angie. Molecules move faster, like boiling water. Back on Earth, do we control the weather? Sherilyn asks, with enthusiasm. We control our thoughts, right? She asks wearily. There are many interconnected influences relative not just to the weather, but to things in general, St. Stephen justifies. I'm certain that when there's severe weather, the interconnected activity between the forces creating the weather, the people experiencing it, and the living things experiencing it are dancing together. It's all relative. People can change the force of weather, he interjects. How? Through prayer? Sherilyn inquires. Yes, through prayer, meditation, and through the consolidation of thought. Yes, they could and have changed forces as powerful as the weather. Ordinarily, it's not so, but it has happened, he replied. Is it up to our brains yet? She was referring to the water at the place. She wonders how filled up they are while sitting on the lily pad. It's up to my right ear. Sterling points to his ear in the material world. That is where I felt it too, Sherilyn replied. We're filled up now. Let's go back, Sterling cajoles. Remember this. If you are worrisome, say you're having guilty thoughts, impure thoughts, then you have negative thoughts in your system. This results in having a sludgy system, a system that is not moving energy very well, a system that's not moving the impurities of your body well. You'll slow down, and then you get a toxic buildup. Even though there may not appear to be a connection, if you have fear and thoughts of failure, then it's impossible to care for your body. So it's important to purify your thoughts. Do it long enough, and you'll purify your body too. Make sure you know where the genesis of the negative thought is coming from. You need to clarify if it's coming from within or from without. I am having guilty thoughts about my children, Sherilyn confesses. Once again, I had to sacrifice and surrender. It's unconscious guilt. If we become too deep with guilt, it's not healthy. You want to keep the roots of your guilty feelings relatively shallow. Abel, the enabler, will help you, St. Stephen says. Abel has enabled us to do that? How exactly? She queried. By stepping 3 steps to the right, 3 steps forward, 2 steps to the left, and 1 step down. Then step back and put his hands in front of your face, he replied. Or you can ask God to place a boundary around the feeling, a concrete foundation where the roots can't go anywhere. Abel is dealing within the spirit realm, the realm of the collective, St. Stephen verbalizes. Sherilyn sits back and visualizes as she watches this spiritual-looking character, which looks like the Fool in the Rider-Waite tarot deck. In a blink of an eye, he's doing these crazy steps on the water in front of her. This is an addendum. In regards to the coronavirus that is in the world today, this pandemic mass virus that is affecting us all, we need to surround ourselves with the light and put a boundary and ask God to give us protection and connect with our higher selves, our divine selves, and we will be missed. Stay tuned for Chapter 17.